It is game day in the ACC, and the men's soccer epicenter this afternoon is blustery Charlottesville, Virginia, and historic Klockner Stadium. 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts and perhaps shifting headwinds in the state soccer scene as it's the visiting Virginia Tech Hokies and the 7-time national champion Virginia Cavaliers. And we are so thankful you're spending your Friday afternoon with us. John Freeman, and former MLS player, once ACC Rookie of the Year at UNC, Jamie Watson, also on the call. And Jamie, we cannot wait to see this one in motion, and here is why. This isn't just a rivalry game. There are some real postseason stakes this afternoon, with both teams coming off losses in ACC play and standing at the edge of the NCAA tournament bubble.
John, we are in for a great one today. This has NCAA tournament implications across the board here today. Both teams and both coaches, in fact, when we spoke to him yesterday, said this is a game, if you want to make the tournament, that you cannot lose. That'll be stressed and emphasized to the players today. This will be an action-packed match from the moment it starts.
This is the third time these teams have met this season, and for just the second time in 5 decades, Virginia Tech has gone 2 straight matches versus Virginia without a loss.
And this is uncharted territory for UVA to be losing to Virginia Tech, especially here in Charlottesville. The one thing, though, that I think is a huge factor in this, that it will not play a factor in today's match, is the fact that number 9 for Virginia Tech, the number 1 overall pick in this year's 2021 MLS Super Draft, Danny Pereira, will not be in the match. He had a goal and assist, including this stunner for a winner for Virginia Tech. He's not in the lineup. How will that affect today's matchup? Does that change things? I think it just might. Virginia Tech will have to do without the number 1 overall pick today.
Well, cover your eyes, Hokies fans, because the series history has not been pretty. That win for Virginia Tech in the fall was the first over the Cavaliers since 2005. 51 total matches, just 4 total Hokie wins in the series. But there's a feeling of a changing rivalry this afternoon.
Absolutely. Throw the record books out whenever these two teams meet. Today's on the line with tournament implications, John.
It's the Who's and the Hokies. Starting lineups and opening kickoff on the way from windy Klockner Stadium. Well, Virginia Tech defeated the Cavaliers 1-0 in the fall, and Klockner, the lone goal scorer in that match, Daniel Pereira, he's departed for MLS, but today marks the spring debut of the prolific Christo Strickler, who's deployed in the 4-1-4-1.
27 career goals for Strickler. Look for him to be instrumental if the Hokies want to come back to Klockner and get another win here this season.
As for the home side, the Virginia Cavaliers, they expect the majority of the possession in the 4-3-3. The question is, can they unlock their compact opponents? The answer could be provided by Spanish playmaker Joan Gibert.
Number 21 in the heart of the field. He'll be patient going side to side, but he's got the ability to unlock a defense with a home run pass in behind to either Ignacio or Crofts.
Cavaliers and the Hokies ready to battle here in Klockner. The winner gets the Commonwealth. The loser gets the consequences. A state's soccer supremacy hangs in the Virginian winds. For the 51st and perhaps most significant time, the Who's and Hokies brought into motion on the state soil that they share. Virginia in the white and Virginia Tech in the road dark kits. And Jamie, to say this is just a bragging rights game would severely undersell a match that has both short-term and long-term implications.
Absolutely, John. So I expect today's match.
Scoreless at a windy Klockner Stadium as Virginia Tech and Virginia battling for the 3rd time this season. And yes, there were no goals in the first half, but there were some big chances for both of these teams as we take a look at our first half highlights. And Jacob Blumler nearly got the Hokies in front midway through the first half, Jamie.
Lovely little 1-2 from Bloomer. Cuts inside. All he's got to do is apply the finish, and he puts it right at Rando. And, well, the Virginia Cavaliers weren't able to break pressure. It falls to Strickler, who smashes it off the crossbar. Easily the best 2 chances for Virginia Tech in the first half.
Cavaliers were in business, nearly finding their opener with Nick Berghold. Just could not apply the finishing touch, steps from the goal line.
Fonzo fizzes it across, and Berghold thinks he's going to have a tap in. Cameron Lennon there to throw him off, and a crucial play to save a goal. And Afonso again with a lovely little nutmeg. Gets it on his right foot. All he has to do is apply the finish. Should have gone to the far post, cuts it to the near post. Zambetti gets a touch and it goes out for a corner, the best chance for the Cavaliers in the first half.
And we came into this match thinking that the Cavaliers would have the majority of the possession, maybe more chances than Virginia Tech, and the Hokies trying to hit Virginia on the break. It's been the other way around, Jamie.
And just throw the record books out and everything you thought about this game. It's been back and forth with Virginia Tech being a lot better in the half than we maybe expected.
Teams back out onto the field. A match that both coaches agreed could be an NCAA tournament elimination game. Neither team can afford a loss. What will this second half bring us? Virginia in the white, Virginia Tech in the maroon. And Jamie, as we mentioned in the first half, both coaches saying, yes, of course, winning this match would be so important in their quest to make the NCAA tournament, but losing it would be absolutely catastrophic. And it makes for quite a tight second 45 minutes. Donaciano
draws a foul there, and it does. As we talked to both coaches respectively, they said a win is ideal, a loss, as you said, catastrophic, and a tie, it's a missed opportunity. And both teams have very difficult remaining schedules for the remainder of this season. That's why points are at a premium here today.
Both teams looking to be one of the 14 at-large bids in what is a condensed, shortened NCAA tournament. And both teams towing the edge of the bubble right now. Strickler, chased down by Verley, who picked up a yellow card in the first half. Labovitz. Sweet footwork from Verley of Virginia. Lennon. Thorson goes down, and Virginia flying forward. Here comes Ogadugu. Slipping through, and the Cavaliers with numbers in the penalty area, and they score! It just crept over the goal line, and Virginia has the breakthrough with Kaya Ignacio.
They say this game
restored in this rivalry, Jamie, and Virginia leads their rivals.
John, it's a game of inches at a time, isn't it? And as the pass is inches off from being a perfect one to maintain possession, Ogadugu goes the other way, slows down brilliantly. Berghold fizzes it across, and Kaya Ignacio barely gets it across the line. Would have been a remarkable save from Zambetti. Instead, he just can't keep it over the line, and it's the correct call in the end. It does just carry over the line. The freshman, Kaya Ignacio, getting on the end of the cross and finishing it. Big turning point. What a response from the Cavaliers just after the halftime whistle to come out and get the game's first goal.
And for Virginia Tech this season, they have not lost a game when scoring first. They have not won a game when being scored on first. The officials are going to take a look at this. They do have the benefit of utilizing VAR to see if this ball crossed the goal line. And Jamie, our first look in slow motion, looks like a no-brainer that this ball was completely over the chalk.
Well, in collegiate soccer, there's two reasons you can go look at the video review system, and that's one of them. Goal or no goal, serious foul play being the other, and referee Soren Stoica confirms his call on the field, gets it absolutely right, and Kaya Ignacio has the game's first goal.
So out of the halftime gates, the Cavaliers nudge in front. And the goal coming from Ignacio, second of the season. This fits right into the Cavaliers structure, a tight, compact team that was looking for success on the counterattack. And now can try and see this match out. And I know that's silly to say, Jamie, with 42 minutes to go, but the way this rivalry works, the game's often low scoring, and oftentimes the first goal is the final one.
We knew the game's first goal was going to be hugely important. It happened so early in the second half. There's still a lot of time for Virginia Tech, but we're going to find out a lot of the makeup of these players in a game that's so important for tournament implications, in-state rivalry. What's the response from both sides, and in particular in the first 5 minutes after scoring and conceding? That's when you're most vulnerable. Virginia Tech getting a long throw, going to try to get numbers forward and try to create something off of the set piece via throw-in.
This is something the Hokies have utilized throughout the season, a long throw, and now one aided by the wind, and a foul called on the Hokies. As downwind, Citron of UVA, transfer from Cornell.
He's so frantic in which Gibert hasn't been able to get on the ball, and now he's just coming back a little bit deeper to try to get a touch on it. Now this is where he's influential.
Oh, what a ball that is from Gibert. Ogodugu! Stunning strike! Kevin Ogodugu has brought the flamethrower to Klockner Stadium. And Virginia with its fingerprints all over this rivalry match.
Joan Gibert making soccer look easy. A lovely little 1-2, find space for the first time in this.
Countdown begins at Klockner Stadium. Ball knocked high into the Virginian winds. And the Cavaliers, off 2 second-half goals, they have steered this rivalry back in their direction. Virginia, after losing to Virginia Tech in the fall and drawing the Hokies, the Cavaliers have their first win in this season over their in-state rivals. The state's soccer supremacy now belongs momentarily to the Virginia Cavaliers. Jamie, your final thoughts?